Is it not madness to be putting veterans in the dock for serving their country at the same time he is deploying today's soldiers into Ukraine?
This is the absolute peak of the exchange, the most quoted, most shared, and most damaging moment for Starmer. Badenoch bills it perfectly. She first cites 7 former SAS commanders, warning that Labour's Northern Ireland troubles bill will wreck our special forces. 9 retired 4-star generals calling it a direct threat to national security. And even Starmer's own Veterans Commissioner saying vets are treated worse than terrorists. Then comes the rhetorical kill shot, framing it as madness to prosecute heroes from the past while sending new troops into potential direct conflict with Russia post ceasefire. It is a mote of gold, pure patriotism wrapped in hypocrisy exposure. In 2026 context, with UK forces possibly heading to Ukraine for deterrent operations and military hubs, this raises real fears about troop morale. Why risk your life if decades later you'll face lawfare?
He is scared of us being able to ask him questions. Yes. 6 questions. Yes, he's here.
Badenoch masterfully paints him as a coward who avoids scrutiny, accusing him of dodging a full parliamentary statement on the explosive Ukraine troop deployment agreement. In the chaotic 2026 geopolitical backdrop, Trump's Venezuela intervention just days prior, threats to Greenland, and fresh Paris talks on peacekeeping forces. This hits hard. She's leveraging real procedural anger. No PM, Labour, or Tory has ever skipped a personal statement after committing troops abroad. The chanting yes, yes. From her benches turns the Commons into a rowdy arena, amplifying the optics of Starmer looking weak and evasive. Starmer's response, promising a statement at the earliest opportunity, comes off as bureaucratic deflection, fueling perceptions of arrogance. Viewer comments on the video explode with agreement. Bloody coward. He hates PMQs. Starmer is an embarrassment.
But why don't we talk about the actual Attorney General who is sitting in cabinet, the man who defended Jerry Adams, the man who's trying to bring Shamima Begum back into the country, the man who is helping to surrender the Chagos Islands. Yeah. I will take our shadow Attorney General every day of the week against his Attorney General.
Badenoch rebounds ferociously, reframing her shadow AG as a pro bono veterans defender while torching Labour's Richard Hermer for past representations of Jerry Adams, Shamima Begum, ISIS bride, and the Chagos handover. This rapid-fire list evokes terrorism sympathy, national security weakness, and imperial decline. Perfect tabloid bait. Surrender repeated 3 times and her closer hammers sovereignty loss. Crowd goes wild because it plays to fears of Labour being soft on terror and traitors while tough on British interests. Real histories, Hermer's cases, 2024 to 25 Chagos deal make it substantiated venom. Comments love it. Spot on. Labour soft on terror. In Trump, era volatility, this positions Tories as unapologetic patriots. Escalates personal attacks to peak pettiness. But Badenoch wins optics, claiming we defend those who defended us. Viral for indignation factor.
Secondly, she talks about the shadow cabinet. She has in her shadow cabinet a shadow attorney general who is advising Abramovich at the same time as we are imposing sanctions on Russia and trying to use that money to support Ukraine.
Flipping the moral script in a brutal two-quote moment, amid Ukraine support talks tying the Tory shadow attorney general, likely Lord Wolfson to sanctioned Russian oligarch Roman Abramovich, is devastating. It implies opposition hypocrisy on Russia, while UK imposes tough sanctions to fund Kyiv. The timing stings. Abramovich's real post-negative 2022 sanctions make this feel like Tories are Putin, linked enablers. Crowd jeers show it disrupts Badenoch's momentum, forcing her on defense, but Starmer overplays by calling her prior attack embarrassing. Coming off smug. Comments split, some praise the hit savage. Others dismiss it as deflection from veterans. In broader 2026 chaos Trump's actions, NATO strains. This underscores bipartisan elite ties to oligarchs fueling anti-establishment anger. Hot because it is mudslinging at its finest, personal, Russia, related, and timely.
We will work with him to ensure NATO remains the bedrock of our security. But we cannot write a blank check when he is also surrendering the Chagos Islands, surrendering our veterans to lawfare, and surrendering to his backbenchers by prioritizing welfare handouts over defense spending, as if the world has not become more dangerous. So, Mr. Speaker, isn't it time the Prime Minister changed course and for once put the British national interest first?
The perfect mic drop finale. Badenoch starts bipartisan. We will absolutely support Ukraine peace in NATO, then unleashes no blank check. Cheers show she ends strong, claiming moral high ground as true nationalist.